Hello everyone, I'm Helen Hu, and thank you for the opportunity to share my reflections on contemporary language pedagogy, particularly in Chinese language teaching. In this presentation, I will discuss key approaches, my placement experience, and how academic research and feedback has shaped my strategies for supporting second language acquisition. My reflections are guided by the language teacher toolkit by Smith and Conti, which has greatly influenced my approach. To start, two key concepts in contemporary language teaching are comprehensible input and the communicative approach. Comprehensible input suggests that learners acquire language best when exposed to material slightly above their current proficiency. In my classroom, this translates to lessons that introduce complex vocabulary and structures in comprehensible way. During my placement, I applied this by using visual body language and graded language to make content clear without overwhelming students. For example, when introducing family vocabulary, I use labeled photo and simple Chinese phrase, which help students connect with and understand the content. The communicative approach emphasizes authentic language use, encouraging students to express themselves and negotiate meaning. I incorporated this approach through role-playing activities where students engaged in real-life conversation, such as making travel reservations in Chinese. They practiced asking and responding to questions in real time, which promoted spontaneous language use and boosted their confidence in speaking. Those approaches are valuable because they lower the affective filter, helping students feel comfortable experimenting with Chinese. Research shows that when learners feel less anxious and more engaged, they are likely to take language risk, leading to faster acquisition. Building on those approaches, I explored effective language acquisition strategies that scaffold learning and offer ample practice. Focusing on three main techniques. First, I use scaffolding through modeling and repetition. At Smith and Conti emphasized that structured repetitions reinforce language patterns. During my placement, I guided students in expressing opinion by introducing sentence frame and encouraged them to apply different structures across various topics like hobbies and favorite foods. Second, I applied task-based language learning, a strategy that involves students completing meaningful tasks requiring language use. For instance, a group activity had students plan a weekend plan in Chinese, allowing them to practice vocabulary while structuring narratives in real-world contexts. Lastly, I used visual and multimodal resources to support language learning by helping students make connections without relying solely on translation. In one lesson, I used illustration storyboards to teach the sequence of daily activities, reinforcing vocabulary and encouraging students to describe routine with transition words, which enhanced both their speaking and writing skills. Collectively, those strategies not only strengthened students' language ability, but also fostered their independence, a crucial skill of any language learner. During my placement, I focused on implementing classroom interventions to maintain high engagement and cater to the diverse needs of learners. I applied differentiated instructions by providing tasks that matched students' varying um, proficiency levels. For instance, advanced students engaged with extended text featuring challenging vocabulary, While beginner worked on the same theme with simpler language, allowing all students to contribute to discussions afterwards. Collaborative learning was also essential, as group activity encouraged peer interaction, increased motivation, and enabled students to learn from one another. I frequently used paired speaking tasks where students practiced asking and answering questions about each other's performances, which fostered a supportive environment and made students feel comfortable experimenting with new language structures. Additionally, I prioritized building a positive classroom environment through regular positive reinforcement, as suggested by my supervising teacher. I offered verbal praise and small um, rewards to motivate students, which not only enhanced engagement but also fostered a sense of accomplishment, as students felt their progress was acknowledged. Uh, one of most valuable lessons from my placement experience has been understanding the significance of ongoing professional engagement and its impact on both teaching quality and student outcomes. Throughout my placement, I had privilege of interacting closely with my supervising teacher, whose guidance and constructive feedback has been instrumental in shaping my instructional approach. Each observation and feedback session provided me with actionable insights into my teaching strengths and area of improvement, allowing me to adapt and refine my strategies in real time. In addition to individual feedback, I committed to participating in a broader community of language educators. Engaging in this professional network enables me to stay current with the latest research and the best practices in language teaching, which is crucial in rapidly evolving educational landscape. Regular involvement in workshops and professional development um, has expanded my perspective, exposing me to innovative resources that I can bring into my classroom. This commitment to professional engagement not only enhances my teaching, but also has direct positive impact on my students by continuously integrating fresh and effective approaches. I can offer a learning experience that is both dynamic and responsive to students' needs. Also, this circle of growth ensures that I'm better equipped to support my students in meaningful ways, creating an engaging and inclusive learning environment that encourages their language development and confidence. In conclusion, my experience in contemporary Chinese language pedagogy have highlighted the importance of comprehensible input, the communicative approach, and the task-based strategy in language acquisition. Reflecting on my journey, I felt more equipped to support my students in meaningful ways and remain committed to ongoing learning and professional engagement. Thank you for your listening.